Good day, my name is Morofue. I will be taking you through how to take accurate body measurements using the tape rule, and these are the measurements or the parameters we'll be taking during this video. So if you're making a basic body, these are like the major measurements you would need, and if you are making for the sleeve pattern, this is the measurements you would need for the sleeve pattern. So for the basic bodies, you need the bust, the chest, back, shoulder, under bust, waist, hip, bust point, shoulder, under bust point, full length, knee length, waist length, hip length, and waist to knee. But for the sleeve pattern, you will need the top arm, elbow length, wrist length, elbow circumference, and wrist circumference. So we're going to be using the regular tape rule, and in the course of this video or the whole class generally, we use the cm, which is the one with the smaller scaling instead of inches. So we use cm to take our measurements. So we have our model here. This is the person we'll be using in the course of this class to take our measurements. So now she's going to stand like this so that you see what is happening both in front and at the back. So to get the bust measurements, you take the fullest part of your bust. Stand like this. You take the fullest part of your bust. So I'm trying to remove our hair out of it so that it doesn't increase our measurements. So this is it, 90. And if you notice, I'm using just a little bit, just the tip of my finger is going inside. I'm not having this. You use just the tip of your finger to take the measurement. This is it. So here we have 89 cm. So for the chest, to take the chest measurement, you measure from here to here. To here, which is 38 cm. So for the back measurement, you take from here to here. We have 32. So for the shoulder measurement, you measure from the highest point of your shoulder here to the joint here. From the highest point of your shoulder to this joint, which is 14 cm. To measure your under bust, here. This is 71 cm. So we have waist 1 and we have waist 2. Waist 1 is usually for dress, if you want the joining on the waist, and waist 2 is usually for skirts. So for the waist 1, we have waist 1 is usually taken at the elbow joint. We have 73, and for waist 2 we have 79. So the next one is the hip. So to get the hip measurement, you also measure the fullest part of your butt. So here we are. We have 99. So the next one is the bust point, under bust point. So to get the bust point, that is from the highest point of your shoulder to the fullest part of the bust. We have 26 here, and for the under bust we have 36, so 26, 36, and then the full length from the highest point of your shoulder we have 154 cm, and then the knee length we have 107. So we are done with the basic body measurements. Now to take the sleeve measurement. If we want to take the sleeve measurement, the hand has to be at our keyboard because that is when we tend to get the fullest parts of the top arm here. So to get the top arm measurement, we would take the fullest part of the arm here, which is 36 and a half, and then elbow circumference, which is 32 and a half, wrist circumference, like this. This is how you get your wrist circumference. That's 23 and a half. So now to get your elbow length and your wrist length, your hand also has to be at that keyboard. Now from this joining, you know when you were taking your shoulder measurement, you started from the highest point of your shoulder to this joint. To get the wrist length and the elbow length, you continue from, or you start from this joining to the elbow length, which is 35, and wrist length, which is 69, or 64 rather, 64. So I'm going to fill what I have on the board so that we'll be sure we're on the same page, because we are going to use these measurements when we are talking about when I'm teaching you how to use the measurement chart and how to find this particular, which size this particular measurement falls on the chart. So here we have the bust, which is 89, chest 38, 32, 14, 71, 79, 26, 26, 154, 107. Okay. We forgot to take these measurements, so please, she has to come back. So for the waist length measurement, turn your back please. The waist length measurement is taken at the back, and is taken from this bone here to the deepest part of the back. So now our waist length measurement is 39 cm. So the next one here is the hip length. The hip length is taken from the waist to the fullest part of the butt. Here I have 23 cm, and we also have the waist to knee measurement. The waist to knee, which is 60. So 39 cm, 23 cm, and 60 cm. So these are all the measurements we have for the basic bodies. Thank you.